There is a dangerous illusion that follows almost every human being. It whispers, "You still have time. Tomorrow will come. Next year will come. There will be another opportunity, another chance to apologize, another chance to begin." And because of this illusion, people postpone their lives. They postpone growth. They postpone discipline. They postpone healing. Years pass. Then one morning they discover something terrifying. Time was never waiting for them. Time was moving. The ancient world understood this better than we do. In ancient Egypt, pharaohs built monuments not because they believed they would live forever, but because they understood a truth many modern people ignore. A human life is brief. The pyramids remain. The builders are gone. The kings who commanded armies are gone. The merchants who accumulated wealth are gone. The jealous rivals who fought over power are gone. Time swallowed them all. Yet many people today live as though they have signed a secret contract with eternity. They treat every day as replaceable. But every sunrise destroys one day that can never be recovered. Ancient philosophers often walked among graves, not because they were obsessed with death, because they were obsessed with life. They knew that remembering mortality sharpened purpose. A man who understands his time is limited stops wasting it. He stops delaying difficult conversations. He stops making excuses. He stops waiting for perfect conditions, because perfect conditions never arrive. Consider the story of the Roman emperor and philosopher Marcus Aurelius. He ruled one of the most powerful empires in history. He had wealth, armies, influence, and prestige. Yet he constantly reminded himself, "You could leave life right now," not as a pessimistic thought, as a wake-up call, because he understood something profound. The awareness of death teaches the value of living. Now compare that wisdom to modern society. People spend hours scrolling through other people's lives. Days disappear. Months disappear. Dreams remain unfinished. Potential remains buried, not because they lacked talent, because they delayed action. The greatest tragedy is not failure. The greatest tragedy is unused potential. A seed that never grows into a tree is not a victim of storms. It is a victim of inaction. The same is true for human beings. Many people know what they need to fix. They know the habits destroying them. They know the fears controlling them. They know the disciplines they should build. Yet they keep negotiating with tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next month. Next month becomes next year. And eventually next year becomes regret. History is filled with warnings. Ancient kingdoms did not collapse in a single day. Decay happened slowly. Corruption entered gradually. Discipline weakened little by little. People ignored small problems until those problems became disasters. The same pattern occurs within individuals. A person's downfall rarely begins with catastrophe. It begins with neglect. Neglecting health, neglecting character, neglecting learning, neglecting truth, neglecting purpose. The collapse arrives later. What is ignored today becomes unavoidable tomorrow. That is why self-correction is one of the highest forms of wisdom. The strongest person is not the one who defeats others. The strongest person is the one who can confront themselves honestly. Can you admit your weaknesses? Can you face your excuses? Can you identify the habits that are stealing your future? Many people search the world for enemies while carrying their greatest enemy within: pride, laziness, fear, comfort. These invisible forces have destroyed more dreams than any external obstacle. Ancient blacksmiths knew that iron becomes stronger only after entering the fire. Human character works the same way. Growth is uncomfortable. Discipline is uncomfortable. Truth is uncomfortable. But comfort has never transformed anyone. If your habits are broken, repair them now. If your relationships are damaged, mend them now. If your dreams remain untouched, begin now. Not next month. Not next year. Now. Because time is not slowing down. One day you will look back at this period of your life. You will either thank yourself for acting, or wonder why you waited. And perhaps the deepest lesson of all is this: the purpose of life is not to become perfect. The purpose is to become better than the person you were yesterday. A little wiser, a little stronger, a little more honest, a little more disciplined. The clock is moving. The question is not whether time will pass. The question is, Will you transform before time runs out?